Dickie, the camera's on.
Oh. I'm not going to tell you my name. I mean, that much must be obvious to you. Who I am is not important. My home is quite isolated from any major population center. There's practically no light pollution here in the stars. I mean, you've never really seen the Milky Way unless you viewed it from the floor of the Arizona desert.
Dickie,
Yeah, okay.
where are you going with this?
I'm getting to it. I guess that's why they came.
Who?
And me living in an isolated location, it makes perfect sense that I was chosen. I was chosen as their guinea pig, perhaps. My God, the enormity of it all. But nevertheless, I am their first contact, their first communication, the sparse beginnings of an alliance that has limitless potential and possibility for the human race. I'm speaking about the aliens, of course.
You've got to be kidding me.
Extraterrestrial beings who have been observing our planet for eons and who just barely 6 months ago made a first and lasting contact with me. Not an ephemeral glimpse. I mean a lasting, continual contact meant to cement the reality of their existence to us, to me.
Why you?
And I don't know that there's anything special about me. I was just convenient to them, I suppose. I've been communicating with them on almost a weekly basis.
Really?
They share everything with me. Their thoughts, their visions. I've seen other worlds through their eyes. A planet and a rich atmosphere supports vast forests that cover the land. An ancient fire burns. It consumes every tree, every bush, burning through the endless forest until it circumvents the globe, reaching the point of its origin, where the forest has regrown itself and the cycle of perpetual destruction and renewal begins again.
Dickie?
Yeah. I call the extraterrestrials the Phi, and from here on I shall refer to them as such. The Phi have no language. They communicate telepathically.
How convenient.
Through direct transferal of knowledge and sensory impressions. It took a full 3 months of often painful conditioning to format my mind to accept the information they were attempting to project into my head. It's something like remembering a conversation you had with someone a week before. And you may not recall all the words that were spoken, but the knowledge of the content of that conversation remains. Well, it's something like that with the Phi. They project knowledge and visions. And sometimes it gets all mixed up in my head, and I don't know what the hell they're trying to get across to me. But I'm getting better all the time at deciphering their communications. Unfortunately, our talks, so to speak, are one way. I mean, I can't seem to get any of my thoughts across to them. I may never be able to. I don't know. They visit me, they project their communications, they leave.
What do they look like?
What's that?
I said, what do they look like? The extraterrestrials, what do they look like?
You mean the Phi?
Yeah, them. What do they look like?
What do they look like?
Yeah.
We already know what they look like.
How?
Now they look like the pictures in the comic books and in the movies. They look like hundreds of sketches drawn by those who have caught a fleeting glimpse of them and have been brave enough to step up and say, this is what I have seen. This is a picture of other beings among us. These people have been ridiculed and called crazy and delusional. You know what I mean.
Dickie, we've got a little problem here.
What?
Low battery. Camera's gonna cut out on us pretty quickly.
What? Fuck. Well, didn't you charge the battery?
I borrowed the camera from your sister. I thought she would have charged it before she gave it to me.
Damn. And how much time do we have left?